got a little worse than I was. It just made it easier to meet with them. Really nice time. But it put, I don't want to make that sound like I'm complaining. Happy to be back.
I've been up for about 2.5 hours and just starting to get hungry now. It's about, I guess, 11:30 here, and I'm having my first meal. I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and make some of this freeze-dried breakfast skillet. It has shredded potatoes, scrambled eggs, pork sausage, peppers, and onions. And then I'm going to add some Taco Bell hot sauce that I found at the grocery store, and some fully cooked bacon. I put it in this bag and keep it as airtight as possible. So I right now am in the process of getting this. It looks like the water's boiled, so we're good. And this morning it was a little bit chilly, so I went ahead and lit my candle. Not everyone's a candle person, but I love incense and candles. It surprised me that that little candle jar lit up. It's a Better Homes and Gardens candle that I got, and I liked the smell of it. So, yeah, I'm just kind of feeling right now a little bit cozy in the car. I have all my lights on, as you guys can see the fairy lights on going on here, even though it's daytime right now. And then I have my ring light. I got this ring light in the past for other videos, but I found that it was a wonderful light to have also for reading and to make it a little bit brighter in here. So, yeah, just feeling kind of cozy right now, wanting a warm breakfast. And I didn't move from the Walmart parking lot. I'm still here just within a different parking spot. I slept for almost 12 hours last night. I guess I really needed it, especially with the travel day a couple days ago, and then also just not sleeping that well in another part of the parking lot closer to the street where there was a lot of traffic noise, and my body was just restless. So last night I moved to a much quieter spot, and so felt much safer, and my body, I think, was really relaxed. I took one of the generic Benadryl nighttime, not the daytime capsule, but a nighttime one. And those kind of tend, they're for allergy, and I tend to have allergies anyway of different kinds of things. And so I took one of those for nighttime, and it was definitely made me drowsy, and I had a great sleep. So I woke up this morning still feeling a little bit out of it, but yeah, I'm feeling much better having some of my unsweetened tea. And being that it is rainy outside, that's the view. At least I have a nature view, even though I'm in a parking lot. I purposely parked on the outskirts. It's rainy, just feeling cozy in here. Just needed to have my Walmart trash bag hanging on my CO detector, and just boiling up some water for my breakfast. Let's get it heated back up some more. I want to make sure it's on full boil. All right. Looks like it's good to go. Let's see. It says it requires a 1 1/4 cup but my experience from other YouTubers and the last time I had one of these, I only put about a cup in. I didn't put the full amount, and it tasted much better. Suggestion from Jonathan Yench, who is another YouTuber that had one of these meals. So I'm going to do that. And then I made enough boiling water. Let's see, what does it say? Stir and close. Okay. And then I also did get some maple and brown sugar oatmeal instant pack. I guess it's an instant food morning, even though I do have fresh groceries. I don't know. I just felt like just boiling water, I guess, and not bothering with it. All right, I think this is stirred well enough. Missed this huge, my big soup spoon. I know you can't tell from here how big it is, but it's much bigger than a regular spoon. Okay, zip this closed. Leave it going for 4 minutes, I guess, is what it says. And then open it back up. Let's see. Wait 5 minutes. Stir again and reseal. And then let it sit for 4 minutes. Okay. Let's see. Where is my... Alright. Well, we'll just go ahead and let that... Let me see if I have enough water for this oatmeal. I think I do. Yep. Clean the spoon off. Just have one of the Quaker Oats instant oatmeal maple and brown sugar packets. I know, they're not the best, but I have a lot of them left, so I'm going to eat them up. And then I'll probably get some Kodiak Steel Oats, the instant oatmeal ones, in the future. So we'll let both of these sit. And I'll go ahead and have my apple cider vinegar. But yeah, I'm feeling much better today than I was yesterday. Like, I feel really well rested today. It looks like it's a mess in here, but I know where everything is. It's pretty well organized, so and there's just a lot more stuff sitting out because obviously I'm making breakfast. Fully cooked bacon. And for those of you that are probably going to ask me, do I crack a window open? Not in this case, but yes, you should always crack a window open. I just know that it only takes the water in this very shallow pan to boil in, like, I'm not kidding, probably 60 seconds. I have a very shallow camping pan. I love these pans because what you can do is, when you're done with them, these kind of just, it's not hot anymore. Collapse into this. They fold into them, and then they're stackable. There's a pot, pan, there's probably 3 or 4 in the set, and they all have the same type of handle. and then they just fold into each other, and then they stack within each other, and then the whole thing only comes to about that big, and so they're very compact. All right, let's go ahead and check on our breakfast skillet. You know what? Actually, because this bag is pretty hot, and now the pan is very cool to the touch, I'm gonna put this in here and open it up. Let's go ahead and take a good look. I don't know if you guys will be able to see this because it's kind of the way the lighting is. Here, let me show you in a different way. There we go. Let's go ahead and stir this up. It smells really good. I can tell it's really good. But, whoops. We're supposed to seal it for another 4 minutes. Get it over here. See how my oatmeal's coming along. I actually really like my oatmeal, like, not very runny, but gosh, I didn't think I added very much water. I like it less runny than this, but this looks fine.
I was deciding I was going to camp here outside of Joshua Tree, and they said it was going to be full sun, no clouds. Don't know about that one, but anyway, it's beautiful. I like just a little bit of drama, I think.
So one of the things that I realized a few years ago was how much I missed being out in nature and like sleeping out in nature, but not really camping in a tent. And this is what happened was before I met Nick, I was dating someone who suggested that we go camping, and he had a built out Land Cruiser, and I was really excited about that. For one of our dates, we took the Land Cruiser out. He had built a platform in there, and it was really comfortable. We were out in the woods, and I realized at that moment that I really miss being out in nature and camping in this way. Obviously, I'm in a parking lot and not out in the woods somewhere camping. However, it made me realize that this is amazing, and I really, really loved it and enjoyed our trip. And being able to climb into a vehicle at nighttime and sleep and be nice and warm and toasty and cozy. And it made me really feel much better than camping in a tent. Whoops, I'm sorry, excuse me. Camping in a tent. Tents, I've never felt comfortable sleeping in. There's the hard ground, there's being chilly. There was something in me not feeling comfortable with just a small piece of cloth, canvas, whatever, between me and the animals. And that just never made me completely feel comfortable. And I would never get a good night's sleep. And I used to do backpacking trips with my ex husband, and we would go 5 miles hike 5 miles in with other couples in a canvas tent with a canvas tent, and we'd go back into the San Juan Mountains of Colorado, and we'd be back there for a week at a time. I never, ever slept well. And I would say we had really good equipment for backpacking because everything needs to compress and be smaller. And it was really good equipment, but still just never felt comfortable and safe. And so this experience with this individual that I had dated before I met Nick was amazing for me to experience that, oh man, I really love this. And then fast forward right like probably 3 months before 2020, before COVID and everything happened, at the end of 2019, there was a Prius video that popped up in my feed on YouTube. And at the time, and I still have the Prius and I've camped out of it, but I watched this Prius video of a young man who was living in his Prius and he was doing Uber. And he was in Colorado. And I was so fascinated just by the fact that he was able to do this, that it got me so excited. And I did tons and tons of research on Prius car camping, staying in a Prius, and the temperature control in a Prius. And I was elated and over the moon. Like literally within 24 hours of watching his video, I bought all of this gear on Amazon and decked out my Prius and was ready to go literally within 3 days. I just had to wait for my Amazon packages to get delivered, but I went to work right away. There's not that much room in a Prius, so there's not that much that you have to do to like black out the windows. And I just also grabbed a bunch of stuff that I already had from home. But that really kicked off the whole camping situation in a vehicle. And ever since then, now it's 2023. You fast forward a little over 3 years that I have been camping in the Prius or camping in the van. It makes me feel so much better and so much safer to be in a hard shell vehicle and have these adventures, mini adventures I would go from weeks at a time. And this is the longest one that I am doing now, being a snowbird away from my family. The intention was last season, I was in Quartzsite and I was going to be in Arizona, Nevada, pretty much the entire winter, but I ended up getting COVID while I was at home and was sick for a month and a half, almost 2 months. And that cut my winter snowbird trip like to only 5 weeks prior to getting COVID. So now I've been doing this, let's see, end of October. So November, December, and we are into January now, 2.5 months. It feels incredible. It was like last season's trip was for practice. And now I feel, it was for practice. And that was in a Prius, but now I'm in the van and I just feel like having the Prius and the van as an option. I feel very spoiled. Going from the Prius, which I absolutely love and I'm still going to be taking out in the warmer months, and going into this minivan, it's like a mansion. And I know a lot of people that are in their vehicles camping or dwelling in their vehicles know exactly what I'm saying. it is like a mansion when you upgrade and you have more space. I can tell you that most of us that dwell in our vehicles appreciate every bit of water, every bit of electricity, everything when we go into a house. We do not take things for granted. That looks good. Stir it up just a little bit more again. It's nice and steaming hot. And then we'll decide whether or not we want to add the Taco Bell hot sauce to it. This looks really good. It's pretty amazing. You guys can hear the rain. Oh wow, it's starting to really come. All right. It's hot. I'm going to put it back in my pan so I don't have to hold the bag. It's good. It's really good. That's delicious. It's savory, salty. Oh my gosh. I don't know if you guys can see that. Savory, salty. The peppers in here, and like I said, they're peppers and onions, hash browns in here, eggs and sausage. I'm going to add a little bit of the Taco Bell hot sauce on a spoonful just to see if it's something that I would like. Just put a little bit on there. That's good. If you like breakfast burritos like this, pull out a corn or flour tortilla. Throw this on there. Makes a really good breakfast burrito. Oh my gosh, that's good. I think I upped the game with the Taco Bell hot sauce. Good stuff, guys. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't add more water because the 1 cup that I did add versus 1 1/4 cup that it suggested has a little bit of extra water at the bottom. Not much, but I can see that it would be a little bit too saucy. That was the perfect amount, 1 cup. Yep, pretty tasty. Easy cleanup. Going in the trash. All right. I'm glad I did 1 packet of oatmeal because the last time that I did 2 packets of oatmeal of any kind, way too much. Even if I didn't have anything prior to it, was way too much food. Yeah, so. The sweetness of the brown sugar, the maple, after having that savory, salty breakfast, this is good. Nice and sweet and just the right amount. I know you guys know what oatmeal looks like. And yes, I do not go to Starbucks because I'm not a coffee drinker, and I can make tea here in my vehicle. I just have these from when Nick and I stayed in a hotel and they had Starbucks coffee in the hotel room. So I snagged the paper coffee cups because I knew that they would be perfect for in here in the van. And yeah, I reuse them. But there's just a lot of repurposing. I'm always thinking about how can I repurpose something before I throw it away, because I may need it for something else, and I just do not like having to go out and spend money for especially containers and things that I know that I can already use what I have. And so I really, really think about those things before I throw them out. And I do my best to use it if I can, as many times as I can before throwing it out. We just do the best that we can. I don't feel guilty when I throw it out. I know that that awareness is there. And as long as it's there and I'm taking some kind of action, even if I can't take action on it, the awareness is there. All comes down to appreciation and gratitude for what we have, because when we don't have it, we wish we did have it. Right. Well, that's done. And yes, I will use this cup again for another oatmeal breakfast. It's my designated oatmeal paper cup. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you joining me for breakfast this morning in my van and joining me on some cozy time. It's raining outside, and I appreciate you guys being here. I know that you could spend your time doing other things, watching other YouTubers, doing other things that are important in your life. And I appreciate that you spent some time here with me this morning. So if you do like this channel, you know, there's a lot of other videos to watch, and I will continue to post daily what's going on. And would really appreciate it if you guys considered going ahead to subscribe, like this video, constructive comments, positive comments. Just kept watching here. So if it's not for you, that's okay too. I know there's a lot of other channels that you can watch as well that are better suited for you as well. And so we all have a choice. And if you choose to do so, I appreciate you. So see you guys on the next video.